Ladies and gentlemen, we need to talk about something, and what we need to talk about is Star Wars coming to UEFN. So, there's been a lot of questions about, is Star Wars, coming to UEFN, and is it going to get the same treatment like we had for TMNT and The Walking Dead? Well, in this video, I have some answers to that, and right now I am playing a solo no-build game, so if I accidentally stop talking or just get locked in, you'll know why. So, I want to go over some few topics before I really dive into the answers to that. And so, everybody wants Star Wars and UEFN, right? Everybody's been talking about Battlefront 3 and how, everybody's begging for it. They're commenting on everybody's posts about Star Wars. Every Fortnite TikTok is having Battlefront 3 in the comments. Everything is just, everybody's talking about Battlefront 3. And the thing I would see Fortnite doing is adding Star Wars to UEFN because, well, in UEFN you can import whatever you want, and once we have the access to kind of create our own Star Wars maps, people are going to make Battlefront 3 inside of Fortnite. I would say it might not be the same, right? We are limited to certain weapons that they give us and, certain movement and stuff like that, but it's going to be somewhat like Battlefront 3. I remember in 2023 when UEFN was bugged. I mean, it was in, the lowest state possible, and people were actually able to glitch any type of collaborative item into UEFN, and when that was available, somebody made this Star Wars type of map, and everybody was going crazy about it. They were fighting. It actually looked like Battlefront in a way, but now that we have, more weapons to play with, we have actual Star Wars props and prefabs that we should be getting soon. I mean, I really think that they're missing out on not adding Star Wars to UEFN. But so Star Wars was leaked to come to UEFN before this season started. This is MS1, mini season 1. So this isn't considered season 3 like everybody thinks. Star Wars coming to UEFN was leaked before the season even started. So we were all hoping on the start of the season we'd be able to launch into UEFN, see the Star Wars Island, and start building, our Star Wars maps. Well, on the start of the season, what was leaked is what we'd be getting, but not what we had. So there was this creative leaker that actually showed us a video and some images of what that would look like. There was almost every single Star Wars character from Obi-Wan, Anakin, Luke Skywalker, and so were the lightsabers. You had all of the old ones, the new ones, and then you even had all the blasters. So it really looked like, we were going to be getting this very soon. Well, with the recent update, that was the first patch 35.1, we were expecting to get Star Wars in UEFN, but we didn't get Star Wars in UEFN. But what we did get is we got a tweet saying that, well, Star Wars is no longer coming to UEFN because they removed it from the files. Now, does that mean that it can come back and, we'll actually get it? Well, it's very possible, but as of right now, the Star Wars, props and stuff in UEFN isn't currently in the game. So right now, we are not getting it, but that could change, and I got some few reasons why. But let me take out this player. There's actually a lot of reasons on why we should be getting it in UEFN, and the main reason is because of Battlefront 3, right? I feel like if Fortnite adds Star Wars to UEFN, a lot of people wanting Battlefront 3 would just come to Fortnite and play it that way. Like I said, even though it won't be the same, you'll still have some, customizable, way of playing Star Wars in Fortnite or whatever like that. So there was a lot of weapons that was added to the files when Star Wars was in the files. And there was a map that got published when this season dropped, and it was a watch party for some type of Disney Plus show. And in that map, you can fight the stormtroopers with some Star Wars weapons. It was some blasters and it was some lightsabers. But the weapons that were leaked to be coming to the islands weren't all in that map. So I'm thinking that they added all these weapons. They added all those weapons to the islands, right? They only added a little bit to the map that was published, and then they removed it. But I think what they're doing now is they took out the files to work more on it. Because I really don't see them adding all these extra weapons that are not going to be in a map and just, call it there. I feel like they took it out of the files, they're going to work on it more, add some more stuff, and then bring it back to us either the next update in this season, which is May 29th, or at the start of the official Season 3. So if you look at the images that we were shared to on Twitter, this is what the galleries and prefabs and stuff looked like. And I think in the collaborative map, which is a Star Wars map, I don't think half of the stuff that is in the image was used in the map. So like I said, I feel like they took it out the files. They're gonna work on it more, and then either next update or the start of season 3, we're gonna get Star Wars and UEFN. Because I really don't see them wasting all of that work just on a month season as well. This season is only 1 month, and okay, I guess I'll use this. This weapon is really not that good, but this season is only 1 month long, and I don't see them working at all, like on all of this new, you know, prefabs and weapons and stuff just to call it after 1 month. So I do see them adding Star Wars to UEFN very, very soon. But I did reply to somebody's comment, and they asked, like, what was the latest on when we'd receive Star Wars and UEFN? And I told them after June 7th is when the season ends. All hope is lost, because if they don't add it in the next update, which is on May 29th, and if they don't add it at the start of season 3, I feel like all hope is lost. But there is something that is happening somewhat in June that actually might confirm on when Star Wars is coming to UEFN, and that is the Unreal Fest. Usually at these events, like, they'll announce sometimes the future UEFN and like the numbers, like what's going on, how is UEFN performing, and like what is next for UEFN, and then Unreal Engine. So we do have a possibility on when the date of when Star Wars can come to UEFN, but as of right now, nothing is really confirmed. It's just assumptions, and these are my assumptions because like I said, I don't see them wasting all of this hard work and all of this stuff just for one season, which is only 1 month, because as you know, the player count for this season hasn't been the highest. I think it's been one of the lowest, especially for ranked and stuff like that. It's very hard to get in the ranked match right now, but I feel like if they add Star Wars, I mean, I feel like the creative players, and like there would be a map that would absolutely explode, maybe even get to 100,000. Just like it was for one of the Only Up maps. So yeah, those are my thoughts right now. Hopefully they do add Star Wars to UEFN, because I can see a lot of maps getting published. Are these people teaming? These people are teaming. Oh, maybe he has Dark Vader. Is that what that is? Make sure to let me know down below if you want Star Wars and UEFN. I can't see why you wouldn't. I mean, the weapons in this Star Wars season are very fun. You got so many, like, blasters and lightsabers. Now, there were no devices or anything like that, like, within the video that we were shown with Star Wars, so I'm not sure how that would work out. Let's see. Shotgun's pretty awkward in a way, but it is really good. Let me see what this player wants to do. This guy's talking to Darth Vader right now. I feel like that is really cool as well. Oh wow. This is my first game, so I'm not the best right now, but I really do want to see how this guy's gonna play this, because right now he's just relying on Darth Vader. It's kind of annoying because he keeps pulling me to the enemy. Can't shoot. Wait, is that Chewbacca? Miss any shots? What's going on? There we go. Alright. That was a pretty slow and awkward fight, but Chewbacca had to help me out. There was like some type of augments that we got that gave us the ability to use what was that? There was like some type of augment that gave us the ability to use the Force and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if they're gonna like bring that back and like use it as like an item that you could drop. I'm not sure how they're gonna do that. But as of right now, we have no idea on how they would interpret that type of ability. But there was a lot of like, you know, lightsabers, especially blasters as well. So I'm trying to finish this game. I'm not sure how this player is gonna play it out. But this is my there he is. This is my first video, kind of doing like a gameplay video and talking. So if you'd want more of this, make sure to let me know. Okay, 66 damage. Because this is my first time doing it, and I actually do enjoy this, just to kind of talk and play, and just kind of Oh my god, it's shocking. It's so good. And then, oh yeah, also, we're supposed to get Godzilla in UEFN as well. We have no idea on how that's going to play out. There was nothing leaked on that. We could get that somewhat in Season 3. We can get it, you know, maybe down the line on Season 3. We have no idea. But that was confirmed by one of the leakers that confirmed the Star Wars season. But I'm not sure how they're going to really do that. Godzilla, maybe like there's going to be a device where you can spawn Godzilla. I'm not really sure. Maybe you can customize, like, I really don't know how they're going to do that, but it seems like that's going to be a thing, so it's going to be really cool to see how they do it. It's shocking, it's so good. I can't imagine fighting with the blasters in like a Star Wars type of environment. I mean, that would be so fun. So, and hopefully the Star Wars weapons do arrive, like, somewhat in June, maybe. Not like too late. Oh my god, there we go. Headshot. And dead. And also, yeah, I think we are supposed to get in those Star Wars islands these vehicles, the TIE Fighter and the jet. I'm not sure what they called it, but we should be getting everything Star Wars related, like the planes, the weapons, the characters, the props, probably like the galleries as well, and maybe even medallions. I'm hoping that we do get medallions soon in UEFN, like the non-collaborative ones, because medallions are just such a unique piece of like of an item. This guy has a crown. I'm not sure who he is. 21. Look at that, 190. I'm gonna jump there, but alright, 1v1. Hopefully the last guy isn't an AI. There he is. Is this guy real? The guy's not real. So, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and let me know what you think about Star Wars coming to UEFN.